All right, so this is the farrowing room. This is where all the fun takes place on the farm. We've got the sows, we've got the little pigs. There's a lot of activity taking place in here. So the first thing we want to do when we step into the room is we want to do a full evaluation of the overall environment. And that includes looking at the animals, the air, the feed, and the water. So to begin, we want to look at the animals. We want to look at the sows, and we want to look at the piglets. We want to look at their behavior. We want to look to see if they're telling us anything. Are the sows up? Are they active? Are they eating? Are they drinking? Are they laying down? How does that correspond with the time of day and the other activities taking place in the room? What's the sound? There should be general milling sounds throughout the room versus if it's just quiet in the room. Also the piglets, we want to see, are the piglets active? Are they up moving around? Are they actively nursing on the sow? Are they feeling happy? Are they feeling well fed? Or are they laying and also being very quiet and lethargic? These are very important things that we want to assess first when we walk into the farrowing room. The second thing we want to evaluate is the air. We want to look at the air quality. How does the air feel when we first step in the room? Is it fresh? Does it feel good? Does the temperature feel appropriate for the size of animals that we have in the room at the stage of lactation that we're at? Also, we want to look at all of our inlets and all of our fans to make sure that everything's running properly for, again, the time of the year and the temperature that we're looking at. Our inlets open? Is the air coming in at an airspeed that's appropriate for that size of animal that we're working with? Are all of our fans running properly and to the adequate speed? The third thing that we want to look at is the feed. Are all of our feeders full? Are our animals up and eating? Are our sows eating? Are our piglets nursing? Are the sows eating all of their feed? If we have a lot of empty feeders, do we need to increase the amount of feed that those sows are eating? Inversely, if we have a lot of sows that are off feed, how do we need to adjust our feeders accordingly for that as well? And fourth, we want to evaluate our water. Is our water running in the room? It's always a good practice every time you're walking the rooms to check the animals, to check the nipples, to check the cups to make sure that our water is flowing and that the flow rate is appropriate for the animals as well. Are the animals utilizing the waters? Are they having any trouble with the waters? Do we have an animal that maybe hasn't, a sow that maybe hasn't accessed the water that we need to look at doing some repair work on those water lines? Again, it's very important that we have water for the animals as well. So again, it's very important to look at 4 critical points when you first step into the room, just to do an overall environmental scan of the room to make sure everything's okay. We want to look at the animals, the sows, the piglets, how's their behavior, how's their attitude. We want to look at the air, look at our inlets, look at our fans, evaluate how the air quality feels to us. We want to look at the feed. Are feed lines full? Are the animals eating? Are they not eating? And fourth, we want to look at the water. Is our water functioning? Are all the animals having sufficient access to the water? Is our flow rate adequate? Is the water quality good?